In 1968, during my first year of teaching in a Pennsylvania public high school, I tried to persuade my students to take an interest in history. I had the following quotation on my classroom bulletin board: "Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it." One day a student asked me in all sincerity, "Why must I study history? I just want to train horses." To this day, I still struggle with her question. Why do we think coercion is a good approach to learning? She got good grades in my course, but she said she forgot almost everything because she really didn't care. Given the chance to talk about horses, on the other hand, she seemed to know everything and forget nothing. In truth, I had my own personal struggles with compulsory schooling. By the time I reached high school, I was frustrated with what school imposed on me. I loved history, and I wanted to learn what I wanted to learn. But I would get in trouble for reading a history book in math class. I often felt that school got in the way of my education. However, not until I read Deschooling Society in 1971 did I realize that the institution of school itself is the obstacle to learning for many young people. The author, Ivan Illich, pointed out that the costs of schooling kept going up while the outcomes kept going down. Yes, there are excellent schools and excellent students, but many more people than we realize simply don't like school, and the results show that. Learning is now measured by the number of years in school and the number of diplomas collected. Informal learning, acquired through direct experience or self-directed learning, driven by personal interest, are regarded as inferior to school learning. The parents of more than 2 million American children of school age refused to send their children at all and homeschooled them instead. Some parents turned to self-directed learning programs. Ever since I read about the concept of deschooling, I wondered what it might look like in practice. Ken Danford, a former middle school teacher, founded North Star in 1996 to assist teenagers who wanted to leave school and to give them a place where they could learn in their own way. Danford is against compulsory schooling, not schools themselves. His own children chose the more conventional path of schooling. But Danford's North Star program has demonstrated that many young people who hate school still want to learn. They don't need to be forced or persuaded, and they don't have to stay in school to learn if they can choose what they study. Voluntary classes and the absence of tests encourage young people to rely on their own self-motivation. Adults assist young people as facilitators, not dictators. Eventually, our society must recognize the simple truth in North Star's slogan: learning is natural. School is optional.